Good evening. Hello to everybody. We are here today at SurvivorsCircle on, and now I've got to turn it off because I can hear myself in the background. So it's broadcasting properly. Now all I have to do is remember what I'm doing. Okay, that works. And I'll come back. And here I am again on this wonderful December 20th, the year of 2022. I just picked up a topic off the top of my head, wait a minute, might have been on top of my head, and I chose connections. And there's all kinds of connections. That's just been kind of the way my day and my week leading up to this is all the connections, finding all the little connection points between people and the connections. I guess that's what makes us special as humans. We look for the connections, and sometimes they lead us in good places and sometimes they don't, but we learn to recognize, if we're lucky, the connections that are going to take us where we need to go. And so there we are today. And how are you this wonderful evening?
I kind of think it says it all, dazed and confused.
Oh, befuddled, yes.
Because you're befuddled. That's funny because we didn't discuss this at all before the show.
Did you pick that? You picked that before you signed in?
I did. Okay. Because I had.
So see, we have that connection.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Whether we like it or not.
Yeah, yes. This is true. I know. I think because the last I had was in search of therapist, and I got no hits. So I just thought I'd put dazed and confused.
How'd you put that? IST, right?
ISO therapist.
ISOT, yeah. You had Ron confused. Hello, Justin and Bobby. Glad to see we've got a few people joining the circle today.
Oh yeah.
It just seems so funny. I had a friend call me earlier this afternoon, and we hadn't touched base for a while, and it was fun. It's kind of odd, some of the connections.
You not talked to him in a while?
Hadn't talked to him for a while. The connections we make and the connections that connections that you would not expect. I guess that's what really, those are the ones that are really special. Then you've got connections like this. I bought these last week.
Yeah.
Really nice, high quality phone cord, but it doesn't connect. It doesn't fit. That's what it's what the manufacturer of the phone says fit, but
that you need, but it doesn't work.
So they're good for something.
Oh, they're talking about Bill in chat, and
yes, I heard
how
that.
He's anyway. Well, but I have to show you just right there. It's why Bill calls me home sweet home. Just say.
Yeah.
Yes, Ron, it is Taco Tuesday, and it is also Twisted Tuesday. And
sorry to hear that Bill is suffering from the horrible virus that's been bothering us for the last, 2 decades?
Seems like it.
Like the last, So anyway.
I know.
I hope he has as mild a case as I am. There you go.
Well, this is the second time Bill's gotten it. First time he got it,
Oh, really?
he had no
I did-
he had no
I-
symptoms.
Another one.
Ma had it, and I think Kendrick had it, but I think Bill tested positive, but he didn't have it. No symptoms whatsoever.
I
So
missed that. How can I've missed that connection.
I think he talked about it when he was streaming one night. I think.
Okay.
So, anyways,
Mm.
I've only had it the once. I had a sinus infection. That's
Mhm.
done. It's over with. So, and Lord knows if anybody else needed to be sick over it, it would have been me. Because my healthy lifestyle and all. So
I know when I went to the doctor's office this morning, they had the mask thing back in.
they've never stopped them here.
Mhm. So,
Never stopped it here. So it's
well,
it is what it is.
Yep.
It doesn't work, but
well,
good.
And
If you're in a room with somebody more than 15 minutes, mask or no mask, you've been exposed and you've got a risk of it. I mean, it's just if you're close. Now, if you're 200
on the other
feet
side
apart,
of the ballroom,
yeah,
the other side of the basketball court,
you
you're
don't
okay.
have to really worry about it. But
But if you're under the basket rubbing elbows, you're
it's just that
you're probably
contagious.
exposed. Sure.
It's just
It's
that
no
contagious.
different. It's not that
where the
it's
flu
not that
is
different.
not.
I don't know about that.
I just don't. The flu's not as contagious. Trust me. I worked in the bank.
There was something. Well, no, that was exceptional. That was exceptionally stupid on my part. I walked into the doctor's office for a checkup, and and suddenly it was packed. This was pre-COVID. Okay, It was absolutely packed.
You say pre-COVID, but I think the timeline that you're talking about, it was COVID. They just didn't know what it was.
Well, I've considered that a possibility too.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, man, all these people in here, this is probably not somewhere I should be.
Right.
I should go out and wait in the car.
Yeah.
And I thought, nah, you big pussy, you can handle it.
That's right.
And I was so fucking sick. It was bad. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like I didn't recognize the danger. I just said, I'm invulnerable. Yes.
I'm Superman. I can handle this.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. So I'm really glad that Andy is not in the room right now because of what Bobby's put in there that he wished he had a taco. Yep, or go to Taco Hell. Yep.
Well, I had a burrito for lunch. Does that count for anything? Yes.
Well,
taco burritos. Enchiladas and.
I stopped at a Mexican restaurant on the way home. Of course.
Good for you.
Yeah. So.
That's why you had the window open.
No, I didn't go to Taco Bell.
Okay.
No, I didn't go to Taco Bell.
Margaritas don't. Also, the margaritas don't bother you that way, huh?
No. No. Definitely not. No.
I haven't had a margarita in a while. I used to get them. You used to get them to go.
Okay, so thankfully, you always think about the good stuff that brought COVID, that came with COVID, and that was a lot of restaurants got outdoor dining permits, just like this. They also got containers to where that you could get your alcohol and go. Where before that they fought that, they fought that, but man, that went through pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yes.
So now you can even get them in a styrofoam cup, ready to go with a straw.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes, it is.
They were invented before that, but anyway.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
just like, you're
But
going
they
to
were
lock
like
us up.
that was
with us-
under the table,
yeah. You're going to lock us up. You better give us our damn alcohol or we'll burn this place down. And they knew it. They knew it. So, yeah, that was one of the good things that come out of that. Hello. Sorry. She scares imagine that in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Up in your ear. Mama, I want out, was what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the window just went up.
Oh my.
Let her out.
So
but anyways, yes, you were talking about connections earlier.
Yes. So many wonderful connections.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my sister this morning, and we were talking about what did we think was going to happen, like in the next. She was feeling rather anxious about things, with all that's going on, and she keeps listening to that Fox News.
Honey,
don't listen to any of that stuff, because all they want to do is make things.
You can flip it between that they have them all in one article or one section. Don't they? Like all the news. You can go from CNN to C-SPAN to Fox News to MSN and CB. Was it MSN, CBS, whatever. They all say the same shit. They don't change it. It's all the same dialogue. Every bit of it. I don't care who it is.
I wonder how they decide that. Who sends the memo out first thing in the morning that says this is the one story that everyone in the country is going to cover today?
That's called our government, dear.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't they have free speech and broadcasters' licenses and things? Didn't they get rid of that stuff?
That would have been during Walter Cronkite's days. When he they turned him pretty quickly too.
Yeah, they turned. Wait a minute, Edgar Murrow, was that the one back in the 50s, right after TV was invented?
I wasn't born till 1969, so I don't know.
Well, I was barely into the 50s, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have many memories of the 50s, though. Oh, well, it wasn't necessarily, then it wasn't as much fun as they keep saying it was, right? Or I do remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but anyway, I forgot where I was going there for a minute.
I don't know. You got to talking about that stupid news shit.
Oh,
and it kind of derailed it from there. Nicely put.
Nicely. What do they call that in fencing when they?
Yeah, bitch slapping. Nice what that is.
Yes.
That's what that's called.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the good old days when you walk up and slap somebody that beat you at the dawn with Nerf weapons.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I think that's a good idea. I think we should allow that. Mm-hmm. Certainly there are those I would like to meet, put indelible ink in them, so they have to wear the mark. Must have to use something like those thing they use in the bank bombs. Ink that doesn't wash off.
Ink packs. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Sure. Hang on a minute. I've got one that's too fat to go out through the window. I'm gonna let her out, and I'll be right.
Okay. Ron, class of 79. Let's see. Yep. I'm surprised. I would have thought you would have been graduating later than that. They must have rushed you through to get you sent on your way to the Navy. I can turn this off now. Forgot even how it running. That's terrible. It's been one of those days. Busy, up early, running around all day, and yeah, it's interesting.
I swear to God, you let one in, you let another one out. Oh God, you all shut up
Bobby?
about when y'all graduated from high school.
Yeah. I just missed my 50th class reunion this summer. Late this summer, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I missed.
Graduated when?
There weren't any fireworks or anything, so I didn't
Ron
see any
graduated.
police. I didn't see any police reports, so it must not have been any fun.
Probably not. Ron graduated in high school in 79.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby was born in 87. God. Justin graduated in 97. When did you graduate, Charles?
72.
72. I was 3.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was 3. So yeah, I graduated in 87.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Justin. I know you're fixing to say something smart. Oh, wait a minute. Justin went to a Catholic school.
Yes, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby, I had those nightmares until I was like 50.
Oh, there's something to that, I'm sure.
I would, my nightmare that way was I would have the nightmare that I was in school, I was walking down the hall, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or like at my locker, and I turn around to walk away, and I didn't know where my next class was.
Oh.
I didn't know how to get, I was totally, but then when I think back, that's probably like a flashback because I actually did that. I had one year where I switched schools like 3 times, and it was that whole year was kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's pretty interesting. Oh God, can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
She's across the room.
Oh my,
she's deaf.
Is that White Kitty?
Yes. Yeah, that's White Kitty. She's deaf, so she doesn't know how loud she is. She just meows. And if you come out of your skin, it's okay. I mean, she didn't have a clue.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Let me go take care of her. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good God Almighty.
A treat for White Kitty.
Yes.
Yeah. I had that nightmare. I had that nightmare for years. It would pop up at the oddest times when there was really nothing else going on, but I would have a nightmare about that. That being lost on my way to class. And worst. Well, that's not the worst nightmare I ever had, but yeah, there's a certain I don't know, like a scenario, the embarrassing lost, embarrassed. That's a particular trait of a certain kind of nightmare. I don't know.
All right. So I can let me see if I can look this up.
Hmm.
Um,
A dream analysis.
mhm. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
mean, it kind of gives you an
Yes.
idea.
Uh-huh.
To dream of school most often represents social concerns, insecurities, or anxieties.
Hmm.
Worrying, anxiety about how well you are being perceived by others or how well you are performing in life.
Hmm.
There is something happening in your life that you are sensitive about or that is very important to be careful about.
Hmm.
It goes on, there's a whole list. But a lot of
Okay.
times, too, um, oh, Andy's
Hmm.
here. Hey, Andy.
Well, how about the ones where you're naked?
Okay.
I've had that one too.
But
Yeah.
also, it's when you have these dreams,
You fun,
it's
wake
you
up
got
and
to
you're
look at
naked in a
everything that's
public
around
place.
you,
Yes.
like colors, where
Oh,
you are. So, like if you
okay.
have a dream that you're standing in your kitchen and the cabinets are painted blue, whatever.
Okay.
That's what you look at, not necessarily what's going on in the dream.
Ah.
So, you want to find out about being naked. To dream of being naked represents feelings of being vulnerable or exposed. An aspect of your life is totally out in the open or revealed. An
Hmm.
unexpected change may be making you feel like your private life is suddenly on display to others.
Oh,
Divorce does that. Marriage does that.
there's being on the internet.
Sickness does that. Yeah. Feeling put on the spot in a way that you aren't used to, feeling you have no protection, feeling awkward, and
Mhm.
or a lack of privacy.
Hmm.
But then they tell you the negatively or positively. So and then you kind of
Okay.
look at that situation or something like that. I do kind of like Andy's response to schools.
I think
Yeah.
that's becoming more and more popular. I,
Hmm.
you know
It
what?
is.
I don't think I hate to say this, but I don't think other than learning to read,
Hmm.
I don't think I learned a whole hell of a lot in school that was all that practical for me.
Oh, you did. You just don't remember it.
Oh, it just never. But most of the things that I value that I learned, I didn't learn in school. you know,
Well, I
we
mean, they
we chase them down from other wherever we find them. But
Well, they taught you your basic math and alphabet and stuff like
most of
that.
okay, I'll go the three R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, yeah, that's important. But a lot of the other stuff I learned in school,
Oh,
it
Justin, if
isn't
you didn't mean for
true
me to put that up
anymore.
there, sorry.
History just doesn't. Yeah, that's for sure. That's definitely hardcore classes there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't know. Okay, so you can't, but you've got the kids that are just so book smart and they
hmm
excel so well in
or they
schoolwork.
or they appear to
Yes,
because
they
I
excel very well.
Yes, for a
But they
while,
don't have
you know?
common sense. They don't have any
No.
kind of common sense
Oh,
whatsoever. None.
yes. Yes. No common sense. Common sense is an alien artifact to me. Yes,
Bobby,
absolutely.
honey, could you find something else to bitch about? And it's
Once it's in,
TITLE.
you can't change it. I'm sorry, I was in a hurry.
I didn't even see what. Oh, you put 1020.
Oh, hey,
Close.
a snip of the finger. My
Yeah, it kind of happens that way.
Yep.
Phew, this one's driving me
Right
nuts
there.
too.
Ah,
Mommy's home from work, and everybody has to come see mommy.
I
So
don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't edit that. I'll just have to.
you might be able to before you upload it. I don't know. But anyways, who cares? Anyways,
Mm.
connections. We have connections with Bobby. He's our school teacher. He's
Bobby's a connector.
grammar.
He's our wireless connector.
Mm-hmm.
Our broadband broadcaster.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one that tells us what we need to know. Justin gives us street smarts. Ron has his own set of
Particular
smarts
Yes.
of all of it. I
Style.
mean,
Style.
he's
Ron's all style.
yeah, Ron's been around the world a few times. He can tell us about it. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah, there you go. So, there's your buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He definitely is a big, lovely cat.
Oh, this isn't the fat ass that I was telling you I had to let outside. He will actually crawl through the window. The other one's way too big. Way too big. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw that Wi-Fi antenna the other day, Ron. You were talking about it.
Oh, that was Ron got his new Wi-Fi
It
antenna.
looked like it looked like something that they'd used to broadcast harp signals.
Well, okay. Oh, so Bobby's in with the government down there.
Yeah,
I get you. Yeah.
You could look like you could talk to. You could talk to some. Look like you should be able to talk to submarines with that baby.
Speaking of submarines, have you ever seen that movie Down Periscope?
Oh, give
It's
me a
got
hint.
Kelsey Grammer in it.
Yes, I remember. And who? It's a female co-star too.
Yeah, she was.
She was too hot to be in a submarine. That's
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. Was she the one that played on CSI?
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember.
Was it? Of course, I mean that movie was made so long ago, but I mean, my God,
Yes.
that was so funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Down Periscope. That was an awesome. That's a funny movie. Kelsey Grammer got drunk one night and they weren't going to give him his own nuclear submarine to command because he went out. He was drunk one night, went out and got his dick tattooed.
Oh my God.
So apparently, right at that time, the Navy kind of didn't look good on that. But now, if he'd have been a SEAL, they'd have been patting him on the back. I'd say.
Yes.
Andy, stop it.
Oh God. So wound for submarines. I always liked that whole style of movie where the loser. Okay, what was the one that where the losers come back and win the day? Okay. Who? They had the military. It was a military. Stripes. Stripes.
Oh
Stripes
yeah. Oh my gosh.
That movie had so many great lines in it. Well, okay. We've talked about comedy. We've talked about comedy that you can't do today. That we did. Think about Animal House. What
what
was another?
Oh yeah, where she was drunk and passed out, and they ended up putting her shopping cart and pushing her up to her parents' house and leaving her.
Yeah, just crazy, absolutely
Yeah,
crazy. You
it
know,
is crazy stuff.
but it was funny. It was supposed to be crazy to be funny. You know, um, I yeah, that was always those were always good ones,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're classics. I'm sure people, I'm sure they're available just any on any platforms now.
hmm
You know,
Oh, Blazing
um,
Saddles has got to be one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. And I remember I watched it with my dad of all people, but it was funny,
I
and we
don't think
knew
I've
how to
ever
make
seen that movie all the way through myself.
you
I will have to do. I've
abs.
never did. Young Frankenstein,
Yes.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that was a great show.
You know,
They used to have, and it wasn't. I think it was several miles from me. My little town
hmm
wouldn't do that at their movie theater, but somewhere that they would show that movie, but everybody had to dress up to get in. So you had to dress up like a character from that movie
okay.
to get in
There was one of those locally here, just north of me in Cuyahoga Falls, that ran for
there.
like 20 years.
Hmm.
It's like every Saturday night or something. For it was amazing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can.
You know,
Yeah,
really, it might still be playing for all I know.
probably is.
Oh my God. Straight out of Compton. That's enough.
Oh yeah, that is. That
You
really is
know,
too.
we've I found a new show on Amazon.
Hmm.
Um,
What is that?
P starts with a P. Peripherals.
Oh,
This is an absolutely one of the darkest shows I have ever watched.
now it's a show or movie?
It's a series. It's a
Ooh,
eight
did they
part
just start it?
series. Just start. This is the first season.
Oh my god. Okay, so we can't do this. We already understand my impatience for these shows.
hmm
Every show that we had talked about, Outer Range, that
hmm
might come back,
Yeah.
which really pisses me off because man, that was a good show because it was
Yep.
just way out there,
Oh
and
yeah.
that
Yeah.
might come back in April.
That one, the new one
Mhm.
is kind of runs that arc,
Is it
and
like that
I
too?
think, oh man, it makes you feel like the whole season was
Mhm.
just leading up to the last line in the last
Yes,
episode.
the very stop.
Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the very last part of it. Yes, 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 yes.
hmm
So, what was it? There was another one that wasn't going to come out until Evil. That show that I was watching.
Okay.
It had it. I watched all 3 seasons, and
Okay.
then I think the fourth one is coming out. That's not coming out till April, and they know that for sure that one is coming out. But now, Mayor of Kingston, that's
hmm
on Paramount, and I watched the first season of that, and that's coming out in January, mid January. So I'll get to see the second season of it. But it just aggravates the crap out of me. I want all of them done, and I want to watch all of them.
Wait a minute.
House of Cards did
How
this to
many
me.
how many episodes were there in? There was over 200 episodes of The Expanse.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
I know so many people. I would. That's the only one. That's the only series that I have ever intentionally watched all the way through twice.
Mm.
And every time that I just I there's a podcast that the one of the writers and one of the actors on the series
Mm-hmm.
do on YouTube. And they go back and go over each episode, and they'll bring in producers or director or somebody that worked on special effects. It's really given me a good insight
Mm-hmm.
as to how they I get a better feeling for the artfulness of it, okay,
Mm-hmm.
of the shows, and the reason they did this, or they wanted to do one thing and they budget got cut, so they had to do something else. And there are some really, really great artistic shots in that show.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which one, but at the beginning of one season, they do a shot, and this was actually done in physical, not just special effects. They took a camera from like from the top of a 200-foot crane,
Mm-hmm.
and dropped it down and transitioned it in to a walking camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a really long, high overhead shot, and then came down and transferred without a cut into the regular camera. And they actually took the camera, dropped it down. Some guy caught it at the bottom and transitioned right into the scene.
That's crazy.
Pretty awesome.
It's crazy. As long as it work, imagination of some of these people have to get shots or the scenes that they want to do,
yeah,
and things like that.
But the thing was, when I first, it was the first time I saw it, I had no idea what they were doing, and I thought, wow, they really did the special effects. And it wasn't. It was this honest, straight camera work. Wonderful camera work.
Yeah.
Wonderful camera work. So all that
Yeah,
stuff.
sometimes those gambles pay off really well.
Mm-hmm.
Earn some awards and things. So
yep.
It's kind of worth it sometimes. Then again, if you waste $1 million trying to get one shot and it sucks, then you're in trouble. But
yeah. But they were really good with their for what they got over the, what was it, 6 years? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 6. It was more than 6 years. It was 6 seasons, but it was 6 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They, I think they got a good deal on it. I think Jeff Bezos got a good deal when he bought in on that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think somebody's happy.
Yes, better. What was the other big one that turned out to a flop at the end because of the ending? Was it Game of Thrones?
I didn't watch that either. I didn't watch it, and I didn't watch the Hunger Games because I'm trying to think. There was another big movie out of it, and I think it might have been Twilight at that time that was out at the same time Hunger Games, or Hunger Games picked up right at the end of it. Okay. But I just didn't care anything about another plot that kind of reminded me of there's a childhood
Lord
book
of the Rings. No. Lord of the Rings. Nope.
There's a book that we had to read when we were in school. The
Chronicles of Narnia.
We were not in school when that came out. Okay. Sorry, baby boy. Nobody's going to believe that. What is it? It has to do with a farm.
Animal Farm?
Yeah.
Animal Farm. Okay.
Yeah. It's basically the same thing.
Well, Animal Farm came out in 1947.
Okay. We all had to read that when we were in school.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you said it came out in...
No. We all had to read Animal Farm, and then there was there was another one. I know we all had to read. But I mean, it's basically the same thing. Hollywood can't come up with anything different, and whoever wrote the books with the Hunger Games couldn't come up with anything different. they had to follow the same thing. So it's basically, I don't know. I mean, it's just kids are starving and people steal kids and enslave them and starve them and they have to fight for whatever. But there was, so there was another show. Stranger Things was kind of that way. They would get kids, exceptional kids. And if they couldn't make the cut, they just killed them.
Yeah. Oh, Stranger Things was based on MK Ultra.
Yes.
Which was an actual program.
Yes.
That the United States clandestine services actually did,
Didn't it start in Kentucky? Was it MK Ultra that started in Fort Campbell?
No. I think it was Fort Detrick, Maryland.
Okay.
I could be wrong. But I think that was where they did the medical and chemical research for the Army. That was all we have to do is go back and where did they send all the paperclip Nazis? Oh, wait a minute. They sent them all to Wright Pat. Or Alabama in the rocket place. Yeah. Or White Sands, New Mexico. I guess they sent them all over.
Huntsville, Alabama, isn't it?
Huntsville, yes.
Huntsville.
Redstone Arsenal. If I remember correctly.
It's like it's Louisville. When you're in Kentucky,
Louisville.
No, it's Bull. It's not Ville. It's Bull.
Excuse
I grew up in Madisonville, Yeah. But anyway. So we totally got off of the connections path again, I guess.
They're all connections, dear. They're connected. We just we broadened the web.
Yeah, we made it all about movies and books.
It's all connected. We got Shrek. We got the ghost of Elvis.
What's Justin talking about a movie on raining turds? Was that Sharknado or something?
Ooh.
Which I've not watched any of the Sharknado movies.
I don't think I have.
And was it the third one that they really tried? They got in all of these. Yeah. That was a response to this. I should have played that first.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. We got a good curd. And he's not talking about roosters fighting either, Ron. So just thought I'd let you know that's not what he's talking about.
Oh, yes, I would like to see one of those movies. Somebody had to have done cockfighting.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think Spaceballs did it with lasers.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That was a funny movie too.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yes. We don't.
Yeah, but we can't do that.
We don't have a chance. Our minds have been corrupted forever.
Yep. Pretty much. It's Andy's fault. Everything was fine. Andy showed up in chat, and there we went.
Yes.
Because Andy just likes to see my kitty cat in my lap.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what started.
Andy is just jealous. That's all it is.
That you think that's what it is?
Sure.
It might be. I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. All the glorious connections that we can go from here to there to.
Where's that? Uh-oh.
People connecting through books, internet, movies. Did they during COVID? Didn't they try to come up with something called like a watch party where you could start watching a movie and then invite somebody to? You could
Yes,
watch them.
Amazon.
Watch.
Amazon.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
You could both. You could see both of you
You
sitting
both.
there
Yeah.
watching the movie. That
No,
no.
I didn't realize it was that sophisticated.
No. That's what I was wondering if that's what that was.
Oh,
I mean, why do
assumed
I
that
have to
just
start a
one.
watch party and you watch it with me? Can you not start the movie all by yourself?
Well, though, I guess no. A watch party is we can converse or interact while we're both watching the same movie.
Oh, so if we put a movie
Or
on
you can
here,
pause the movie and say, look at that. Or
that's
whatever.
annoying enough in person,
Yes.
let alone being on a video.
I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I have a hard time wondering why anybody would abuse themselves quite that much. But
Yeah.
hey, I'm just saying.
Yep. No, I think I went to a movie. Well, when The Conjuring first came out, when that movie first came out, I can remember 4 of us went to go watch it because it came out around about my birthday. So we all went to go see it, and that theater was packed, and I had more fun watching the people around me reacting to the scenes
Okay.
in that
Yes.
movie. And I think especially whenever there was something that was sitting on top of her armoire and it jumped down after her.
Right.
There was a black lady sitting beside of me, and she jumped up and threw her arms up and screamed, "Oh Lord, no!" and took off out of that theater.
Oh yeah,
So
that's what
tickled
makes those kind of movies
Oh yeah,
memorable in the
yeah.
theaters. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm
Oh,
sure.
wait a
I
minute,
think
wait a
I
minute.
might have seen Jaws in the theater.
I got to see that. Andy wants to know what my Pornhub name is, and Ron said he can't know because of copyright issues. I don't think that's what Ron was talking about. I don't know. It's not Pornhub, honey. It's OnlyFans.
Nope.
Andy will spend all night long all over that looking for something that doesn't exist now.
Oh well. More connections.
Yeah, those connections have to have money.
Okay. He'll
We've
be.
got paid.
Well, you can't even scroll through the OnlyFans.
I don't know. I've never been on it. I don't even know what OnlyFans.
Andy, you
is.
gotta let us know.
Andy knows.
You have to be.
Andy would know. That's for sure. Search for Kevin Hale. I don't think so.
Oh God.
Yeah. Nah. Andy that was so funny that time he made a picture of Kevin and wrote glory hole on. I don't know if I still have that or not. I think look, Charles is doing it. Charles is searching for it.
Oh God.
Yeah, but anyway, we don't have to worry about that. I don't think I still have that. Hang on, let me look and see if I still got. I may have deleted that because he pissed me off. But anyway, imagine that. Imagine somebody pissing me off. Or don't imagine it. Just if it happens, you know what.
Yes. Okay, is the wind blowing or are the cats trying to climb the drapes?
They're trying to climb the drapes. Well, it's white kitties trying to come in and out. So.
Or are you're haunted and there are things? Excuse me, there are things moving in the background.
Well, I can't tell you if things are moving around in the background if my place is haunted, because then people are going to want to come over
I
and
know.
investigate.
Ron will be showing up with his ghost box.
Ron doesn't know where I live. We're good.
Have you ever done any EVPs
In my
with
house?
in your house? Sure, why not?
Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm.
no. You had a in the area there. You had an encounter, right?
Mm-hmm. 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 On
But
the back
you
porch,
didn't have
actually.
there were no EVPs
Um, there
involved
was an
then,
EVP
or
that came out. Okay, now wait a minute. Depends on what you're talking about. There
okay,
was okay because there was a snowstorm I had earlier this year, and
okay.
I was outside, and I just happened to. My brother lives in Texas, and he kind of was like, "What's going on at your house?" So I
Hmm.
kind of videoed it. Well, when
Okay.
I sent the video, and then I watched it, and I happened to turn the sound on, and I heard something said, "Hey." It was a male that said, "Hey," and I was like,
Mm.
"Well, at least he's outside in the snowstorm. He's not coming in." But anyway, but no. I did have an event at one time where in the bedroom, the UFO that Tom made for me, and it's
Hmm.
battery powered. It has two
I told
switches
him he
to
could.
turn it on.
I told him not to put that camera in there.
I know, right? Motion censored here. Come on. But anyway, I go in there and I'm like, I didn't turn this on. I mean, it had been sitting there for 3 weeks, a month. Hell, I don't know. Hell, it had dust on it. It'd been sitting there long
Yeah.
enough. And I go in there and both sets of lights were turned on, which it's not, I mean, they have to go opposite directions to come on. It's not
Okay.
one full swoop. So anyway, so yeah, that had happened.
Mm.
But that's the last of anything that's happened in here, and I just think somebody was pissed. So
Mm. That'll work. I don't know.
I do enjoy
I
doing that,
wish I
Justin.
wish I had paranormal stuff happen around me. It's like I've got I've got paranormal BO or something.
You know, to be honest, I probably have a whole lot more that goes on, but I'm used to it,
Hmm.
and it doesn't. I don't think about it. I mean, because I can be sitting outside or so, not even in the house. I don't. There's nothing really other than that with the UFO that turned on by itself. I don't have any experiences in my house. Now I can be sitting outside, and something will start trying to talk to me, but I can't
Uh-huh.
understand it. And I tell them, I was like, just I don't know why you're trying to talk to me. I can't hear you. I can't hear what you're saying.
Hmm.
So shoo fly, you know.
Check the tape, damn it.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
not recording all
you
the
don't have.
time. I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right.
But I did have something odd to come up on my Morticia. Yeah, no. She was hot though. I'll tell you that.
Mhm.
I had something odd that come up on my trail cam, and I can't figure out what its shape is. So I'm thinking I need to get another
Oh.
one and set out further. It doesn't look. It's not a doe, and if it's a coyote, when the picture when it I took it when it took its picture, it must have been laying down on the ground for some
Hmm.
reason, but it was in one frame and it was not in the next.
Okay.
I don't have a clue what that was, and it wasn't shaped like a dog, so I don't know. Yeah, it's Ron.
Mm.
Yeah, he was sneaking around. But I need to get another cam, and I need to put it out further into the woods from my back steps. So
Uh-huh.
I could catch pictures of. There's no telling what. I'm sure foxes. I've had foxes run through the yard, things like that. I just wish I could see
When's
them.
when's
Um,
oh might even be over now. I'm not really sure about Kentucky's. When's buck season or deer season down there?
It's over.
Okay.
Bow season's done. Bow season starts 1st of September. Gun season is 2 weeks. I think it starts the second weekend of November, and that goes for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then bow season goes a little bit, and then there's musket or black powder. They don't call it musket; it's black powder.
Primitive weapons.
Yeah, and then there's bow season for a little bit longer. But yeah, that's all done because rut's pretty much over with by the end of November.
Oh yeah, take advantage of them while they're distracted.
Hell yeah. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like birth control for deer.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's called. Oh, funny, Justin. You need to get Tupac's Ghost as a guest on here. Nope.
I don't know. Is it hard to book ghosts?
Well, let's see. Depends on where you are. I can remember. Just depends on when they want to show up.
Yeah. Well,
I know
one of the shows on KGRA earlier, it might have even been last night. They were doing a haunted mansion somewhere in Rhode Island.
Oh, that was
a bunch of them.
The Conjuring House.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't make it through the whole show, but
no, I didn't either. There's enough on TV about it. You can look it up, or on YouTube. And two, I think when you go to some of these places, it depends on what. If you can't accept what paranormal is, then you're not going to know what you're experiencing is paranormal.
Okay.
Because there's been times that through my whole life that I didn't realize was paranormal until I was older. And I was like, oh, that's what that was.
Okay.
I thought that was normal. But it wasn't anything profound enough for me to speak about it or ask about it or anything like that. But I do remember my mother never talked about any of that stuff until I said something about that I've gone out and done those things. And then Buddy, she started running her mouth about it a lot. And I was like, well, do you want to know what's here in your house? And she said, no, we're not going to talk about what's here in the house.
Okay.
I don't want to know what's in here. And I was like, well, you already know what's in here. And she said, and I'm not talking about it. So I think she left. There were several lights that she would leave on at the house at night.
Okay.
But she had a pretty good experience after Daddy had died. Daddy, let's see. It might have been, I don't know how many months later it was.
Okay.
But she was it was after dark. She was in her room watching TV, and she heard 3 knocks on the door coming out of the garage into the kitchen. Well, the garage door was shut, and the other door was locked. The man door was locked. And then she always locked the door between the kitchen and the garage. Okay. And she said in my mind, she's like, that was insane. Because I know there was no way anybody was in the garage. They couldn't have gotten in the garage.
Right.
But there's somebody at the kitchen door wanting in.
Yeah.
And so she said, who is it? And didn't hear anything. And a little while later, they knocked 3 more times. It wasn't as loud as the first time, but then, so she said, I knew nobody was in there, but I called the police.
Okay.
Anyway, to come and check because she's like, I wasn't going to open the door to find out. I'm not going outside to find out. And they came and I mean, the garage door was shut. The door was locked, and the storm door was locked from the inside. So she's like, I don't know who it was, and she said, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I was like, well, at least you didn't open the door and let them in.
See, and it's not like it's not around, because just like a couple of weeks ago, one of my great nephews, his mom was out of town. Okay, so he was for like the first time in his life. Okay, he's got 2 older brothers, and he's like 19 now. For the first time, it was like the first time in his life he'd ever been alone for 3 or 4 days. Okay. And he comes home in the middle of the night, after leaving his girlfriend's house, and goes upstairs, and there's this old doll. One of the big ones. Okay. And it has a knife in its hand.
Oh.
And he kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
That was
so.
But the thing is, they had found it they had found that doll up in the attic years ago and got rid of it because it was creepy.
Hi, Oofy.
And it just suddenly it's back. Needless to say, he ended up setting it on fire in the driveway.
Oh,
it's unlikely that doll is ever going to reappear again. If it does, we know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's around. My sister's really, really sensitive to that kind of thing. But nothing happens to me. I don't have any. I never get to have any fun.
See. Okay. So yeah, Oofy's wanting to know how do you get notifications from this. But if you subscribe to the channel and you click the bell, it has a bell that drops down and it says all personal or customized. Anyway. Yeah. So that's how you do it. But yeah, I'm glad you found this. But yeah, we've not been talking about anything much like we usually do. It's a lot of to do about nothing.
Yuffie and I had a Yuffie and I were talking about orbital dynamics the other day.
Oh, that's a connection I don't have. That's for sure.
Yes, my expertise at Kerbal Space Program. It's really a good program. You get your little cartoon characters, and you build little rockets, and you can launch them into space and all kinds of stuff. It's fun. It's damn complicated, but it's fun.
Ron's asking, what is Christmas like now that we are all older? To me, it's almost non-existent because there's nobody that lives in my household. Now, if I had somebody that lived in my household, it would be different. But and that's another thing that's coming up because my son is an hour and a half away from me, and of course, you're going to get the same weather I am. You're going to get way more snow, and it's probably going to be colder. But
they're talking somewhere around a foot.
Oh, okay. See, no,
where I am.
What they're really talking about here, I think we're going to get a little bit of snow, maybe an inch or two, but it's the wind chill.
Well, they're talking 50-mile-an-hour winds here for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Here
that's
too.
going to be
Yeah.
bad. You know,
Ours is.
it,
I know they
with
said
with the snow, it's going to be even worse. But that's bad.
here's Bobby's response to that. I'm still young, you old farts.
Yeah,
But let's
Ron's.
see. Yeah,
mm,
Ron. It's already hit Ron, right?
Okay, I don't know. Oh, we will have 30 below here.
Okay. So our wind chills are going to be -25 here.
I hate.
And then our temperatures are going to
I
be
didn't.
below zero.
Well, wait a minute. It was. I just glanced at the long range
Mhm,
forecast for here, and
mhm,
it's going to be nasty.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, it's going to wrap up
But the
around.
wind I think the wind here comes in like the first couple of days, and then it gets really really cold. So
They're talking, let's see, sometime Thursday night is when
mhm.
it goes straight from rain to the
Mm,
snow.
mm,
And that's
okay,
when the winds are going to crank up because they're talking about whiteout conditions here.
yeah,
And we just don't have that in Kentucky. We
no,
don't have, we very rarely have negative normal temperatures, just, I mean, like a low
yeah,
of -5 or -10.
mhm,
But then you're adding in 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, and they're talking -25 wind chills. We don't have that here. So they're really trying to make people understand, and they don't wear jewelry out
mhm.
during anything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Layers, 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 and keep
Mhm,
keep this covered up. Keep all of this covered up because you don't want to breathe in any of that.
mhm.
So,
Yeah.
oh God, Andy, I swear he cracks me up. Put Ron as a guest. He can talk about his glory hole.
Oh God.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Anyway,
Those like,
so I'm off next week, and our camp is closed the week after. So I have a nice little vacation that's coming up. I'm hoping Sunday I'll be able to travel to my son's for Christmas. But if not, you know what? It's okay. I don't care. I'm not.
mhm.
The bars and Bowling Green are open. I'm good. I got,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
got someplace to go. If I want to go. Hell, it's supposed to be, I think it's still supposed to be negative something here
Ooh,
uh, Sunday
that's
morning.
I don't
For
handle those.
Kentucky,
I
man,
don't
that's
have.
just
I don't
wild.
handle those temperatures very well these days.
And just
Never
a
did.
year
I never did
ago,
like them.
just a year ago,
Oh yeah, that was the
we had
tornadoes.
tornadoes that ripped
Yeah.
up Kentucky.
Yep.
And then everybody was wanting to bitch about global warming. And then I think like a week after the tornadoes, we had snowstorms.
Yeah.
And then New Year's Day, we had tornadoes again. And then it turned off cold. And I think we had 3 snowstorms back to back at the end of February. So don't talk to me about global warming. I just turn into a bitch, which I'm really good at. I'm really good at that.
Well, if the reports can be trusted out of Alaska and Siberia, it's
Mm-hmm.
getting to be where winter is nicer there than it is here. and
You're
and
right.
and and that was and that I did notice that like maybe not last spring, might have been the spring before that,
Uh-huh.
when they had that one time when it was just obnoxiously hot. It was like 85 degrees at the Arctic Circle,
Yes.
and here it was like 20.
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
did the poll shift and nobody told me? Oh,
So, Andy, if you do that, I have friends that will hunt you down.
mm. Oh,
I have
just
friends that will
forward
hunt
it.
you
Just send them to
down. Ooh, I
UPS
could
him
just
to
forward him to Andy, couldn't I?
just
Yeah. Mhm.
UPS him to Fort Mandy. There you
Yeah, that's exactly what we could do. Yeah. Mhm.
go.
That's
Oh
exactly
my
what we could do.
gosh.
So, but yeah. So I think tomorrow and part of Thursday will be the nicest that we'll have for like the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh goodness.
So yeah. Hmm.
Andy is. Mm.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm with you, Justin. I don't. Justin put on there he doesn't celebrate Christmas nowadays. I don't know would
Oh,
celebrate, but I mean I've got a son and I've got a grandchild now. I didn't have at Christmas time, but I've got a daughter-in-law and an inherited granddaughter when he got married. But other than exchanging gifts, I mean that's about the only thing about celebrating, I guess you could call it.
mhm. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, yeah, because we went to Mom's last Christmas.
Mhm.
We always have to go there for the holidays, but there's no more traveling now. But I can go 20 miles down the road to the bar stool instead of driving. instead of because there's a whole lot of people, that can't be with their families or whatever, and
Sure.
there's a couple of bars down there, and the owners will cook food and bring them in, and you have your selected family gathering there. So usually those are the best, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's a fun time. It really is. You have more fun then than you do when you're with your family, guaranteed. So
Yeah.
yeah, the alcohol's
Different. It's
involved.
different rule. Different rules.
Different rules, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be nice. Not like with family.
No, actually,
Ah.
it's kind of the other way around because
Oh.
everybody
Okay.
knows how everybody else is, and it's funny.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
So it's kind of fun. So yeah, that's kind of how that goes. So, but Goofy wants to know, as a child, when were you first introduced to Santa Claus? I think
I
that's just what you're raised with.
I was listening to a thing just the other day
I'll be right back. I
that
got
the
a fat cat
origin.
I got to let in.
Okay. The origin of Santa Claus was actually a Turkish bishop who spent his fortune rescuing children from slavery. And I thought, and that was one of the origins of Santa Claus. And I had never heard of that. But yeah, if that was the actual origin, I think that's a pretty damn good thing for it to be. Because the seasonal change, it's the festival after the winter equinox. Okay, so it just it's been celebrated in different ways all over the world for tens of thousands of years, probably. So and everybody has their own little twist on it, and they've moved things around and it's things have been borrowed from other cultures and shared from other cultures that but it's stuck with the equinoxes, you know which is something that has been changed ever since people lived in one place, really, because you just watch the sun move through the sky every day, you know, and not the great arc because it during of the day, but as it moves, one day it's here, and the next day it's here, and the next day it's here, and the next day it's here, and it runs that cycle. And these are the summer equinox and the winter equinox are important points in that cycle. And then we decided to give them meanings. I am personally drawn more to the original pagan traditions because Christ wasn't born. If there was a person named Jesus who was special that was born in Bethlehem, according to the Bible, he wasn't born in December. He would have been born sometime in March.
Where did they come up with that?
Why did they move his birthday to Christmas?
Mm-hmm. To December. I mean, if it was done,
it's the rebirth.
Did they just pick a day because they fucked it up the first time?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. It's the original pagan. Is the movement of the sun. When the sun moves at its farthest point south on December 21st,
mm-hmm.
and it waits 3 days, and then starts moving back
mm-hmm.
higher in the sky. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's when that's the solstice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably tomorrow. Yes, the winter solstice.
Yeah,
but the point is, when you're watching that motion from the ground, okay, it goes to a certain point and then stops, or appears to stop, okay, with the naked eye,
mm-hmm.
and then starts moving back north again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that is the equinox. And it's like the great fear is it goes and stops and never comes back. Okay. And then that goes into the Norse legends of the forever winter. Okay. And then it starts as the festival is welcoming the sun back into the sky to warm the earth. And that's why, and that is why the welcoming back in the pagan traditions is what the Christians church decided, hey, if they're going to have a festival, it's going to be our festival, and we're going to borrow that, okay, and make it into our festival as the birth, the rebirth, from the rebirth of the sun to the birth of the sun. So there you go.
In other words,
thank you, Art. Thank you, Yuffie.
So once again, it's another fucked up man situation where men interfered and interjected their own interpretation, and
yes.
ta-da, here we have.
But I prefer this. I prefer the pagan kind of straight up. No funny business stuff myself. Yeah. That's good. I will accept that. You know, that good grief, we have enough modern fables going around. Someday mm-hmm. people will look back on these days and laugh at all the stupid shit we did. The stupid ignorant shit we didn't know any better than, you know? Or at least I hope so, anyway.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, too, that we have to be, we're tolerant to everybody's religion, beliefs, and things like that.
Bias. So, everybody has their own viewpoint on just about everything.
And we've all had to live through everybody else's viewpoint and everybody else's thing. And it's like, And then they try to make you think what you're going through is the devil coming after you and shit like that. So yes, Andy, or yes, Ron, I do need a window remote during the. If Maria keeps farting, yeah, I have to keep. If it was just me, I wouldn't. I'd raise the window. I don't care if it stinks the cats out or not. Yeah. I would have a door for the cats to come in and out of, but my cats like to bring me presents, and sometimes they're alive.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
so,
those are guests.
yeah,
Yes.
that they torment until they kill them. But anyway,
Yes. Probably nothing worse than finding a dead mouse in your shoe.
I would rather find a dead mouse in my shoe than the live snake that they've brought in as a gift.
Oh, that would be awesome.
As long as it's not poisonous, I'm good with.
You're
I don't care.
Sure, you're not a part of a coven or something with all those cats and
Let's see. I can remember
strange animals floating in and out of the house, and
I can remember one day one of them come flying in the house before I had opened the door to go out. She passed me, and I thought, man, that didn't look right. And I go back and look, and I could see something in her mouth. And I took a blanket and I threw over her, and I grabbed her up and I took her outside and pitched her, and she went one way and a live bird went the other. So, man, I could not imagine trying to get a live bird out of my house. So I'm really glad I paid attention to that. So, but yeah, they bring me all. Now this one here, he's a lover. He's not a fighter. He doesn't hunt. He doesn't do anything. And I've got another one that tried to go out hunting and it caught a mouse one time and the mouse bit it. And so then she never did go hunting again. So her prey attacked and she didn't like it very well. I know Bobby has sent something in Skype. Oh, that is so cute. It's a little kitty cat inside of the shell of a computer. It's so cute. And I know what's up. MUFON's coming on next, isn't it?
Gee, is that at 8:00?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We've been going for an hour and a half.
See, there are connections.
We got Oofy in here.
And Oofy even made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah,
The show didn't say it.
Well, actually, no.
Oh, we're already doing that, Oofy.
I was gonna say, wait, they stopped? They're not? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. In fact, I think they're getting to that point over in Iran.
I hope so.
Yeah, with the over the hair and headgear and all that. There's. Oh, wait a minute. That was what we did. We threw a fit back in the late '60s over the dress codes and the hair codes, and
well, no, I can remember before.
We're allowed to have jeans. We're allowed to wear jeans, or
Oh, they finally quit making the nurses wear high heels during their 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're only.
But you know what? It wasn't that. It wasn't
40, 50 years. We were only 50 years ahead and we're kind of slipping back. I think
Hell, the civil rights movement went through before they quit telling women.
they couldn't have credit cards.
Yeah.
It did. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all talk shit.
That just, I don't really. I mean, I was there. I remember that. I was around at that time, but I had no fucking idea that was going on. I really didn't, because it didn't affect me.
I didn't either.
You know.
I was trying to think. I know
I
the
know
women.
this. I know this though. If I had walked into a library in 1968 and needed my husband or my significant other in this case, okay, to sign for me to get a library card, I would have burned the motherfucking place down.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah.
Let's see if I can show this. I've never been able to get this to work for me.
Okay.
Share screen. This one, share. That one.
Days. Yes. Isn't that cute?
I think that's adorable. They're fun. I don't know.
You just put a little electric door on there. They would go for that.
Oh, probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know.
I wonder if that computer had a CD tray. See, cat. Oh,
yeah, probably. Yeah. So I remember. I think it wasn't. No, I don't even want to get into that discussion. Not right now. No.
A whack-a-mole cat box.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
I don't know. It seems to me that they should have like a whack-a-mole game for cats. They would just love that.
I think they do. I think they
Okay.
They do. They do. Yeah.
Mm.
They got them.
Of course, it'd have to be really fast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This one here is Spoiled Boys back up here.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're coming up on 8:00, and people want to go see the other show. So
yes.
Okay. So we have made the connection. We've connected with a few people here and a few people there, and we will all connect with you again maybe next week. And
sounds good.
I'll try to get the word out earlier. I should have sent out this week, but I didn't send the word out early enough. But thank you, Maria. It's been an entertaining afternoon.
Yeah.
And
hopefully we'll be back next Tuesday. I don't see why we won't, but we'll see.
No problem here. We hope. Unless the freaking blizzard buries me.
Well, it could. It won't be.
We'll come back with a weather report. And we'll let you know how everything turned out.
How high my electricity bill
and show you our Christmas presents. Or
yeah.
At least the PG, the ones we can.
If I get any.
Oh yeah.
I am on the naughty list. Just saying. I'm
afraid I'm on the naughty list too.
I usually have to buy my own presents, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh God.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you on here in just a minute. Over
We'll
on
see you over
KTR.
there. Y'all have fun. Have a great weekend. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love you, hon.
Love you too.